So, right off the hop, let's see if I can do it while I'm running. So, full 6 tap and hold down, then you jump. So, this part isn't particularly difficult. You just got to jump off this slope. Sometimes you'll make it before this octopus. Other times you'll make it down here. But either way, you'll get a feel for where the jumps will bring you. Onto this, nice stop. If you can get the spin dashes in early enough, you can take off while this thing's going up, which is best. I try to keep my when I let go, the dash, I'll call it. When I dash, I try to keep myself as parallel with these platforms as possible. See what I mean? I even waited a little bit. If you spin dash off the very top of that green platform, you won't hit this here. And you'll come down with a lot of downward momentum, and it makes it difficult to do the rest of this. After the spin dash here, right? Spin dash, hold down. Right off the hop of the spin dash. Right? Spin dash here, hold down, down, down. Holding down gives you those little speed boosts. I don't know what they're called. Someone fill me in if you know. Again, holding down, still, jump up into these purple things. See that? And you fly right under that. I don't think there's a difference, but I think I'd rather jump against the first one, because then you end up underneath the platform earlier. If you jump off this one here, I think you end up under this sooner. And to me, I think that leads to less of a chance of dying due to, I'll call it oil suck. But legit, the oil tends to eat spin dashes. I think, Steve, was that you that mentioned that? But it tends to eat jump inputs. And that's why you see me spam the fuck out of jump. Like here, I'm fairly confident with this section. I know I'm not going to end up down there. Tiny jumps here. There is a way to spin dash off this, but I think it requires pause buffering or frame perfect inputs. It's beyond me. Tiny, tiny, tiny jumps. Halfway down this platform. Okay, hold on. Let's back up. So, I think this section's fairly straightforward. Hold down. Jump into the first one. It's just 2 jumps. If you time it right, hold on. Let's see. I want to see something else. Oh, right. Don't hold right. Holding a direction. I learned this way too late in the game. Holding a direction, I think it initiates speed cap, which is essentially slowing you down. It picks a speed to set. So just jumping will keep the momentum that the game gives you with all of that holding down. There is a point where that momentum peters off and you're going to have to start holding right like I have here in order to make it up here, for example. So yeah, hold down. That jump's a little tricky. You can hit the bottom of this bit here is not semi-solid. There's a portion of this you can jump through right here, but I don't know exactly where it is. I'm gonna guess it's right around here, but you want to hit right up here. You want to jump up into this, and also getting underneath this fan, because the fan can put you up here. If it does, it's not the end of the world. You can just come back down and it just costs a few seconds. After you jump through this section, jump up into this green thing. It'll give you a stopping point where you can drop and start a spin dash real quick. What do I use? Is it a 3 tap? I think it is. I don't think it matters though. Yeah, for me, the 3 tap does it. 6 will do it as well, but it's a lot faster, and I think it requires me to do things way more precisely. So where do I jump here? I jumped into the second one, I think. But either way, I think jumping into this group of two will get you there underneath this. If you're lucky, you can jump onto this one as well without hitting that. If you jump too early, you might hit this pillar and it'll send you right down. If you spam jump like I do, there, see that? Like that. Brrr, that's my willingness not to be sucked down by this stupid oil. Because it'll do that. So I didn't get so lucky. Jump over that, stop there, 3 tap. So I got under one pillar, but I didn't get under the second one. If you do this right, or if you're ballsier, or you know the oil better, you can probably figure out the point where you can stay under it and jump out. But I don't know it that well yet. After this section is just fun. When this goes well, it's just it feels so smooth. So after you get out of the oil, skip 2 platforms at a time. That's the only trick that's the only words I tell myself when I start this section. So jump out of here, onto this first one, skip 1, jump on 2, skip 1, jump on 2, skip 1, jump on 2. Again, another spin dash, a full 6-tap spin dash, and hold down. Don't hold directions. Jumpies, spam the fuck out of jump. This section, there are other people that have a better explanation for this. This is how I do it. For the love of God, don't jump into this. But I generally start my jumps around this first one, or maybe in the middle of the 2. Holding right. I think they're almost full jumps. Holding right, yeah, same here. I grew up playing this game holding right. But as time goes on and you watch folks and you learn of the physics like we were talking about earlier, right is a hindrance a lot of the time. The only time like for example, in Wing Fortress, when we start, you do your spin dash off the plane, you fall down, you spin dash left, and then when you hit the bottom, you spin dash again. If you jump into the ceiling, hit the ground, then hold right, you maintain all this crazy speed. And I think I'm actually gaining speed. Maybe not. Maybe that's just the act of the momentum starting. But there's an instance where holding right is good. Because if I didn't hold right, we'd slow right down in Wing Fortress. So, where are we at here? Right here, spin dash. After that, this middle section between where I start and these pillars is kind of sketchy for me. My methods here are kind of guesswork. So spin dash, ideally jump into that and it'll send you under this. Sometimes that doesn't happen. It's just a matter of spamming the hell out of jump for me at a point where I think I'm through it. But really, as soon as I start that spin dash, I basically start jumping. Only because I'm gun shy being sucked into the oil. After you make it under here, it's basically kind of an arbitrary guess as to what jumps you need to get you in position to start, I'll say, the 4 jumps. So my jumps will probably change each time from that platform / the spin dash exit to here. And again, right around in the middle, or it looks like I did the last one, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. Full jumps. Never mind. Oh, hold on. Can we use that too? Yeah. So 1 here. And then I think I use this as well. So just after that, we're going to get a decent jump. And then here, we let go of all the buttons and hold right. If you don't, you're going to get fucked by this fan. So right after this, I believe we're going to let go of everything. There it is. Okay. Right before this pillar here. If you let go of everything and then jump, we beat the fan. If you time it as such that you hang around that section too long, the fan will start up and frustration begins. you can jump off the top here to gain yourself some speed. I didn't, which might have been able to save me a tad. This section, again, maybe a little arbitrary, because you can jump pretty much anywhere on that slope. It just depends on how big a jump you do, I suppose. But for me, I usually try to get to at least the second ring before I jump. If I jump too early, there's a chance I might hit these spikes or these ones. But sometimes you got a bit of wiggle room. If this thing just came back down or it hasn't started moving yet, sometimes you can take damage and recover in time to make it back on there before it pops up. And then it's just a matter of straightening out in a good spin dash. And that wasn't even a good one. Was that even 6? I think it was, but it was gross. Fuck! Nice face. So yeah. That was a long fucking guide. But I think I covered everything. At least to the best of my knowledge. If you guys have questions, definitely ask. Maybe we'll see if I can implement it. And I'm going to take a break. I got to take a short break because I haven't done that yet. All right. That would, no joke, save me 30 seconds. Damn! I love learning new strats because it's not a matter of improving how good you are at the game. It's just finding a different route or a different input. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Love it.